Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be teaching you how I highlight and contour my face. If you would like to know how I do this, please keep watching. As you can see, I already have my eyes done and then also my brows. Since we're just going to be focusing on the face today, I thought I'd get that out of the way. The first thing that I'm going to do is moisturize. I'm going to be using the Ultra Repair Cream by First Aid Beauty. Next, I'm going to be priming my face. I'm going to be using the Maybelline Baby Skin. Okay, so the foundation that I'm going to be using today is one of my favorites. It's the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Foundation. I am in the shade 127. I'm just going to be squeezing 2 pumps onto my hand. This foundation is actually so full coverage and it really matches my skin tone really nicely. And it's so light, but the coverage is incredible. So now I'm just going to take my damp beauty blender. It's so dirty. I'm so sorry I didn't wash it. And I'm just going to pat it into my face. Now that my foundation is all blended in, we're going to go ahead and start highlighting and contouring. So I'm going to highlight my face first. I'm going to be using the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the shade Light. Basically what I'm doing is not only am I going to conceal my under eyes, but I'm also going to be highlighting it. So I'm going to be concealing and highlighting under the eyes, my chin, my forehead, and then my nose as well. Well, the bridge of my nose. The reason why I'm not just highlighting under my eyes and I'm doing like my chin and my nose and my forehead is to even it out. I don't just want bright under eyes, I want my whole face to be even. Usually I would use my sponge and I would go ahead and blend that all out, but since I'm showing you guys how I contour and highlight, I'm just going to leave it on for now so you can see all the places you're supposed to be highlighting and contouring. Who's texting me? To contour my face today, I'm going to be using the LA Girl Pro Conceal. It's only like $3. If you're paying more than $3 for this, they're playing you. The first thing I'm going to conceal are my cheekbones. So I'm going to start at the top of my ear and go down towards my lips. And I'm not taking it super far down, I'm just taking about halfway down my face. The next thing that I'm going to contour are my jaw lines. I've been eating everything, so I need to carve my jawline back out. So we're just going to go right underneath. See how I'm not going all the way down here? I'm like right on the edge of my face. And then I'm also going to do under my lip. And then I'm going to do my nose. I have kind of a flat nose. So I'm just going to make 2 lines so my nose looks slimmer. The last thing I'm going to contour is my forehead. My forehead is huge. I have a 5 head. It happens. So if this is you, we are going to contour our forehead down. If your forehead is not as big as mine because you're blessed, you can skip this part and you can just do your temples. But if you're like me with a fat forehead, you're going to contour it to a 3 head. So now that we're done contouring and highlighting, I'm going to go ahead and start blending everything together. I'm taking my Real Technique sponge and I'm just going to start blending. By the way, this is not what I do every single day. If I'm going for a natural look or like a quick look, I'm not going to use a cream contour. So now that we're done blending in our concealer, we're going to go ahead and start blending in our contour. See how my lips just look fuller already? I like to go in back with my beauty blender with the foundation that was already on it, and I like to tap it underneath just to clean it up a little so it's not so messy. When you're blending out your cheekbones, make sure you're blending upwards instead of downwards, because if you blend downwards, it's going to make your cheeks look muddy. I like to bring it down my temples a little bit. To me, I feel like contouring is just like figuring out what looks best on your face and what features you want to bring out. So everyone contours a different way. This is just how I do mine. If you see somebody else do something different, they're not doing it wrong, I'm not doing it wrong. Everyone just has their own way and what they like to accentuate. Accentuate. Am I saying that right? So now that we're done blending my forehead, look, like it went from a 5 head to like a 3 head, like blessed. And now for my nose, I'm just going to use my finger because this just works best for me. Everything's blended in, we are going to set it with powder. One of the most important things when like doing your makeup is if you use a cream or a liquid, you always want to set it with powder because it keeps it from moving around all day. It makes your makeup stay longer, and it also helps you from creasing. Like my under eyes right here, if I don't set it, it creases. So we're going to go ahead and set with some powder. I'm going to set all the places that I concealed, so my T-zone and then under my eyes. I'm going to be using the Laura Mercier translucent powder, and I'm just using one of these little triangular sponges. And before I put this underneath my eye, I'm going to tap out underneath my eye again, just so if I do have any creases, I'm buffing it out instead of just setting it right away, because then I would be setting my creases and nobody wants a creasy under eye. I don't, at least. And so this is where I'm gonna bake as well. For me, when I bake, it's just so I can brighten up my under eyes. Another reason to bake is sometimes if you want to clean up your jawline so you have like a super cut cheekbone, you can bake underneath and then it just cleans it up and it brightens it and you have a cut cheekbone. And then to set my contour, I'm going to be using the Lorac Pro contouring kit, using this color right here, and that's the medium color. With a smaller brush, it's kind of tapered, and I'm just going to be using the same medium contour color to contour out my nose. Snatched! It looks like I have that Snapchat filter on it. the blue one. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The one that makes you look like you have a snatched nose. If you follow me on Snapchat, you know what I'm talking about. I love that filter. Okay, now that I've finished everything, I'm going to go ahead and dust off the powder that we used to bake. Then I'm going to go ahead and show you what I mean by baking underneath your contour. I'm just going to go right underneath and create a line, kind of drag it down. And just let that sit for a moment. I'm going to go ahead and add blush. This is the Sephora brand blush in the color Too Hot. I'm going to go ahead and swipe this off. And you see how it gives you a nice sharp contour? Also, for those of you who are like, whoa, this is a lot of steps. If you're just doing like an everyday look, you can skip the cream contour and you can just stick with the powder. That's what I do when I'm not going full glam. Next, for a highlight, this is my favorite part. This should be your favorite part if it's not. You're not highlighting right. I'm just kidding. I'm going to be using the MAC Oh Darling highlighter, and it looks like this. And then I'm going to get the highest points of my face, which are my cheekbones. I'm just going to brush that on. You don't have to add this much highlighter, but I like to glow in the dark. So I'm adding excessive highlighter to my face. I'm also going to add some to my forehead, just because I want to be glowy. I'm going to add some highlighter to the tip of my nose. This just like brings your nose out a little bit more. And I'm also going to be putting some highlighter on my Cupid's bow. Okay, so this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and that you learned something new. If you aren't subscribed to me already, please subscribe. And if you enjoyed this video, please give me a big thumbs up. And I will see you guys next time.